Welcome to Issues of the Day, where we discuss key issues in the news. I am Nani Deneji. Joining me today are Mr. Talub Amole.
Thanks for having me.
And Mr. Demola Adeniran.
Hello.
On today's news, Efcc declares former Minister Sadia Umar Farouk wanted over alleged 37.1 billion naira fraud. On Monday, May 11, 2026, in Abuja, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has declared former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development Sadia Umar Farouk wanted over allegations linked to a 37.1 billion naira fraud case. According to the EFCC, investigations focused on alleged criminal conspiracy, abuse of office, and money laundering connections to social intervention programs handled between 2019 and 2023. Authorities confirmed that Justice Jude Omobuze of the FCT High Court issued a bench warrant on April 16, 2026, after she failed to appear for arraignment. Now, Mr. Demola, what reforms are needed to strengthen accountability in public financial management?
The reforms will be deep. I don't think there's like a silver bullet solution to that. I think it has to, like we discussed last week, it cost us more to try and put people in the dock for misappropriating public funds than for us to actually prevent them from getting such access to public funds. So the reforms that we need has to come in the realm of prevention rather than prosecution or chasing public, because it's almost in the news every day that one public officer or the other actually misappropriates funds meant for the masses. So I would say that instead of investing all our energy trying to chase these people around, let's just put preventive measures in place so that they won't have access to the funds again, because it's actually ridiculous. An example is this same wanted information produced by the Efcc was done for the former governor of Kogi State, and lo and behold, we saw him holding a nomination form to contest for public office again. So this was a man already that has question mark over his head concerning how he managed public affairs. Yet again, the law still allows him, because they've not found him guilty, to be able to go and buy purchase form to contest to enter another public office. So it becomes a joke. It has become a joke technically. We should look for a way to prevent rather than prosecute, because it's not cutting it.
Okay, but do you think the EFCC's method of prosecuting these, should I say, public office holders is effective in any ways?
I think it's in the general criminal administration justice system of Nigeria. I don't think it's sufficient, because it's not deterring anybody. If you look at it, EFCC can only operate within the ambit of the law. They cannot break the law. If they break the law, they will be prosecuted. So here is the judiciary has issued a bench warrant for the minister and the former minister, and the former minister is not hidden, so they have to declare wanted. So what's the next step? Using Interpol to chase all over the place, it's going to cost money. So I think, like I said earlier, we should look for ways to it's going to be a hard fight, I won't lie, because it's going to be difficult for the government, because these are the same people responsible for looking after our Commonwealth. So asking them now to put in place laws to stop them from lining their pockets, I think it's going to be a tough one. But if we really, really love this country, if they really love this country, I think the best way is to try and look for a way to prevent public malfeasance instead of chasing them up all over the place.
Okay, Mr. Talib, what do you think would be the impact of this corruption continuously happening in Nigeria?
Thanks for the question. For me, I think it's lack of political will on our governors or our president and governors, because we've seen this coming up almost as a part of post-administration. When the governor or the president leave the government, you always see either the president himself or governor himself or ministers under them being, chased around for alleged corruption and misappropriation. I think if Nigeria is going to be serious about the fight against corruption, the first thing that we need to do that should be very strong political will to make sure that the law are strengthened and political office holders are made to swear and also make it difficult for them to steal from the pocket of the government. So that is point one. Another thing is that because there have not been kind of a deterrent punishment, there are things that when you do, and it's about kind of a very strong statement being made by the government, that will also scare people or stop people from who have the same intention to continue doing it. But because what we have seen so far is just that somebody stayed billions of naira, and when they even eventually got him to arraign in the court, what court will just pronounce like maybe 2 years, 4 years imprisonment. He will not even finish or complete that particular terms before another president will say, okay, he has been pardoned. So it looks as if it's a game or it's a play. So, but if government strengthen the law and also make a categorical statement in the way they pronounce the judgment to those that are taking Nigerians' money into their own private pocket, I think all this will long way reduce the incidence of corruption.
So you believe being sent to prison for 2 or 4 years, dependent on who commits the corruption, is not punishment enough?
It's not enough. Even sometimes they even do plea bargain. They don't even have to serve the punishment. You have a case of a former minister of aviation, Stella Odua. Recently, was just have to do plea bargain, and she was let off the hook of the case. So Nigeria is so our law is so relaxed, let me put it that way, on corruption, and that's why we keep on having this issue over and over.
We are not I don't think we have been serious enough, because it's an incessant problem. It keeps coming, and we keep doing the same thing to try and stop it. So maybe we should notch it a tad higher, so that we can have something similar. I mean, my personal opinion, we should bring back capital punishment. It's not deterring anybody. I mean, growing up during the military era, if you steal, they will execute it publicly, and everybody will come out to watch. They've killed your father, they killed your mother for stealing public funds. So that went a long way, compared to what we have now, where people go to court, they'll still amount as huge as billions of naira, and you tell them to pay 250,000 naira fine. So, I mean, who would not do that? I mean, people are even willing to go to jail for 7 years to keep that amount of money. I mean, and even the jail itself, the prison, the stories we hear from the prisons, it's ridiculous. Some of them still have access to go out and special treatment. They go out and come back. So it's a joke. So, and young ones are looking up to this and aspiring to do even worse when they get there. So we're not helping ourselves at all.
Okay, thank you very much. Though I do not agree with the capital punishment story, but thank you on your insight.